Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? Welcome to part 2 segment where I left off. The first video I spoke about where you are as we approach slowly but surely the midway mark of 2023 and what's in store for you. I want you to take a moment, as I mentioned in the last video, taking personal inventory. Where do you stand? Your goals, your areas of improvement, your time management, reaching out to others, making sure that you are putting yourself first and doing the best for you. Now, I want to talk about, mentioned in part 1 of this video, the difference between the warrior zone and the warrior zone. I want to make it clear that when we are in the warrior zone, WORRIER, we are redirecting our focus on everything that could possibly be happening, whether it's due to Murphy's Law, karma, can't catch a break, the irritable phrase that I hear people say all the time, it is what it is, or, this is what the cards I was dealt. You have an opportunity to go from warrior to warrior. Warriors always focus on what ifs, could have, should have's, and I didn't do this, and ask if everybody is okay, ask if people are mad at you. You are constantly walking on eggshells in life and not focusing on being in the actual present of the moment of where you're at. Warriors also add on to the stress of others because they're constantly either micromanaging or portraying that something is going to happen negatively if something doesn't go. If this doesn't happen, this is going to happen. And they're going to put people into a state of stress, anxiety, and worrying, hence the warrior mentality. Now, if you flip on the other side of the coin and go into warrior mode, which, by the way, my name is Andrea, which means warrior, you can look at things of being part through the lens and the perspective of being part of the solution as opposed to part of the problem. Warriors, sure, they wear a suit of armor, they have a shield and a sword to defeat battles, but what makes things great about the warrior is that the warrior mentality has instilled faith. They look at the big picture and they take it one step at a time. They question themselves. They look at all angles of the puzzle. They look at all the opportunities that are made available to them. They do look at the processes. They look at the different available outcomes that could possibly arise. And they make sure that it's a win situation for all and that they are the shield and protectors of all. But sometimes the warriors get entangled where they're defeating everybody else's battles and not their own. And this is when the warrior becomes the warrior. And this takes a great toll on health. The reason why I know this is because I was always the warrior mentality after I was the warrior, but I was always putting other people first. I was always checking in and taking care of everybody else rather than looking in my own reflection and saying, Andrea, this is what you need to do first. You need to be in the best shape, the best balanced mentality, medical, physical, emotional, spiritual, and in the present to take care of you. See, what happens with the warrior wants to put Band-Aid and change everybody. But the warrior knows how to stay distant, to when to intervene, when to support, when to help, and not fight other people's battles. And that's what I want you to do, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to go from warrior to warrior because, like I said, warriors become part of the problem. Warriors know when to stand their ground, stand their distance, and do self-inventory when they're not doing well and take care of themselves, as opposed to taking things personally. Warriors take everything personally and think it's about them. Warriors know it's all business and nothing personal. However, they do have a strong heart and can help, but not overrule others and fight other people's battles. Because in due time, when a warrior, WARRIOR, puts others before his or herself, then he truly has fell victim to becoming a warrior. WORRER. So which one are you? And let me know when you're ready to make that shift and change your channel. My name is Andrea Mason, your personal accountability coach, alumna of Dr. Les Brown. And if you need and you're ready and willing to go from warrior to warrior, let's connect. Thank you so much. This concludes part 2 of 2. Thank you for being here. And for all those soldiers, then, now, and upcoming, may you step into your role of resilience as a warrior, creating solutions, and not a warrior where you're adding to the problems. Put yourself first and become the warrior. Thank you and have a good evening.